Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Max Factory Mark 7 Iron Man from the Avengers. This is Figma Max Factory and action figure. This is number 217, and this is how the Mark 7 looks in packaging from the front. And on the back it shows some of the poses you could give them, and let's get this figure out of packaging. Alright, and here we have the figure outside of packaging, and on the accessories that it comes with, this Mark 7 also comes with a translucent base. It's kind of like the the SH figure art stuff, but it's a little different, but similar. And it comes with a bunch of hands. And here's the figure itself. Alright, as we look closely on this figure, you can see the paint job on this. It's very, very impressive. They definitely got the paint on there nicely. There aren't any runoffs or anything like that, and the red and the gold is very reflective. It does look somewhat metal-like. The gold, and the red is it's almost Hot Toys quality as far as the paint job goes, and the color they chose, and also the reflectiveness of the paint itself. And here's a look at the back side of the Mark 7. And he does have a peg hole on the back of his spine. It's for the base. And you do see some of these pieces around the joints. They are really noticeable. It's the fact. It's the way they did it with Figma. It's they have these rounded joints where it kind of bulges out. Same with the arms. As you can see right there, there's a bulge coming out of his elbow, the front of his arm right there, and then the knee, on the back of the knee, you can see right there. And as far as articulation, this guy, it's really, really impressive. First, on the head, there's a ball hinge joint, and the base of the neck, there's a ball joint, and then shoulders a ball hinge, and then bicep, there's a swivel joint, and then the elbows is hinge, and then ball hinge wrist. And then chest, you can see he has a really, good range of motion as far as the abdominal area. And chest, there's a ball joint there, and then the abdominal area, another ball joint, and then the hips are also ball joint, and then the thigh, there's a swivel joint, and then hinge knees, and then hinge ankles, and there's also toes articulation right there. So as far as range of motion, he could actually give you a whole lot than what Hot Toys can. And one thing I forgot to mention is that these knee guards here also has a hinge joint. And one thing you need to keep an eye out on is the hand guards. These are rubber pieces, so softer type of rubber pieces. So you gotta keep an eye out for those. Not to stretch them out too much. They are glued onto the forearm here. And there's no really articulation points or anything like that. It's just a soft piece of plastic. So you gotta be a little bit careful when you're messing with those, because you don't want to rip that whole piece out. And right there, here you can see the back, the other arm here. Right there, it's just a thin piece of soft plastic over the forearm area. And with the hips, having so many ball joints, it really helps with the articulation. And also this piece, it's also the crotch piece is also a free-floating piece that's inside this section. Allows to give way to even more articulation, the range of motion for this figure. So this is something I'm really impressed with as far as this figure is concerned. Alright, and here we have a comparison between, on the left here, we have the Mark 6 from SH Figures, and on the right here we have the Mark 42, also from SH Figures, and inside in the middle is the Figma Mark 7. So you can see paint job wise, just from looking at it far away, you can clearly see the Mark 7 has a better paint job than the Mark 6 and the Mark 42 because of the glossiness and the richness of the colors. The Mark 6 from SH Figures, it's a little darker, deeper, and the Mark 42 is not as glossy. Not sure if you guys could see it, but it's more of a matte finish type of deal. But as far as the Mark 7 is concerned, it's definitely really glossy. It's like a pristine look. And if you ask me which figure is better out of these three, I am a sucker for harder plastic figures. The Figma one, it's made out of the softer type of plastic. There are rubber pieces and there are softer plastic, and with the SH Figures, most of the pieces are definitely hard plastic. And overall, I would say they're pretty much equal as far as the which one I like the best. But if you're going for articulation, I would probably go with the Figma one because the abdominal area and the knees and the elbows and just the range of motion, it's a lot better than the SH Figures. Even though the SH Figures can really give you a whole lot of more range of motion than Hot Toys and other figures like other figures from Hasbro or anything like that. But I think Figma, as far as articulation, it's a little bit better over SH Figures. So overall, this Figma Mark 7, it's definitely worth purchasing. And if you could get the full out accessories version, definitely get that one because it comes with a lot more pieces, like a Tony Stark head and some missile launching pieces as well. So if you get that version, highly recommend that version. If not, then this is also a nice one. Just the sheer cleanliness of the figure and the paint job is just really impressive. So there you go. There's the Figma Mark 7 by Max Factory. Thanks for watching.